Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Remember when the UK, the British intelligence services and others were saying that Vladimir Putin is terminally ill and has cancer, but he survived cancer, he beat it by Oliver Stone saying that. And then, there were some sources saying that he's just prompted, and then the mass media pointed out that he's holding that desk, when he talks. And I pointed out that I watched quite a few interviews and videos with Vladimir Putin, and when he talks, for instance, in his office, presidential office, he is holding that table like this sometimes. He's got a certain kind of way of doing that. When he talks with reporters, if you watch him, he holds the chair like this sometimes, like this, in the same way he holds this. I don't know if that's a technique for something or it's just the way he is natural in doing it. So in this case we have an article here coming from a British official, very knowledgeable, and he is the head of the UK Armed Forces. Now this guy said some not very smart things in the past, so I don't know, I don't want to fall into that category of, because this fits my narrative or whatever, I'm going to say, hey, you know what, now we believe, we trust this guy, when before, let's say, I trashed this guy for good reasons, because his statements were dumb. So I don't want to use him necessarily as, oh, golden mouth right here. No, but let's see what this guy is saying, all right? And you be the judge. This article comes from Yahoo Insider, today, July 17th, 2022. Head of UK Armed Forces dismisses claims that Putin is seriously ill or at risk of assassination as wishful thinking. The head of the UK military dismisses what he called fanciful claims that Putin may be near death. Sir Tony Radkin said the threat of Russia would be present for decades. It came after Ukrainian officials and others pushed rumors suggesting Putin may soon die. He will die, but I don't know how soon, right? The head of the UK Armed Forces has said claims Russia's President Vladimir Putin is ill or could be assassinated are wishful thinking. Sir Tony Radkin, the UK's Chief of the Defense Staff, made the comments in a Sunday interview with the BBC. When asked about the stability of the Russian government, Sir Tony Radkin said, and I'm quoting, "I think some of these comments that he's not well or surely someone is going to assassinate him, they're wishful thinking." End quote. He said nobody at the top of the Russian government has the motivation to challenge President Putin, and said the country would continue to threaten the West for years. I think you guys assigned a threat to those guys, and you like to have them as your enemies, that you can keep the population in control, and not in control, under control. And they're gonna point, this is the voodoo guy, I don't know, the guy in a closet over there, the bad guy. And they will use Putin as they used the Soviet Union. It's in the name of security. You're gonna do that. It's in the, the boogeyman. This is what it is, and they will keep this. They want to keep it. And if it's not this one, is the Iran, and if it's not Iran, it's North Korea. You can say, yeah, but for good reasons. For good reason, what? Let's get North Korea. For what good reason? How was Korea separated? Put in two parts. How was it? We know how was it. You know who intervened for what? Did they hold elections there? No. They decided to prolong and have advisors, military advisors. And then they fought, and then eventually who intervened? The Chinese, and pushed the United Nations forces back to where they are right now. Isn't that how it was? I think so. Nevertheless, so, and now they have nuclear weapons, so why? Who says the only 7 nations should have, including one that says we don't have it, but we all know they have it? Oh, that's a bad regime. Maybe this is a bad regime according to their values or their system. Maybe you don't like this regime. You think it's better? Okay, it's better. Maybe they don't like it. Let's say you go and buy a car, and you have your car, I don't know, you have a Mercedes, and you have a, let's say, a Toyota Camry. And you say, well, I like the Toyota Camry. I want it. I say, why? Are you stupid? Look at that. That's a luxury car. Yeah, but the Toyota Camry has a better consumption, gas consumption. I like it better. So, oh, no, you're dumb. We're going to impose sanctions on you, Emil. It's just a preference. And besides, that's the internal affairs of another country. So you do that. Nevertheless, so they will create other boogeymen in the world whenever they feel like. So yeah, it's gonna be for generations. That's generations. He also argued that Russia has been badly damaged by its invasion of Ukraine, citing its losses of equipment and soldiers there, and not noting that its original plan to swiftly conquer the nation did not work. Redkin did not cite specific claims of Putin being either ill or at risk of assassination, but claims the health problem have for years followed Putin, as noted in an article by Insider's Mia Yankovic. Since the invasion of Ukraine began, the claims became more prominent. An anonymous Russian oligarch claimed to have been told Putin has a kind of blood cancer. So an anonymous oligarch, he claimed. Who the are you? Anyway, Ukrainian intelligence officials also made claim of ill health and instability around Putin without evidence to support it. I said that many times. At one point, they alleged that an assassination attempt has taken place, a claim which drew skepticism from Western officials. In late May, insiders John Haltwagner and Matthias Schwartz reported that U.S. intelligence and military experts had concluded there was no good evidence. There was no good evidence that Putin was seriously unwell. That's the key word. It is unwell, but not seriously unwell. It's always the gate that we didn't say he was doing well. We said seriously. This is weasel talk. They wrote that, similar to Radkin's assessment, wishful thinking may be at the root of such claims. All right, I made a video about 2 months ago, maybe 2 months and a half ago, and the video was about, I think his title something like Putin's mental illness reported by the West or something, or by mass media. But anyway, Putin's mental illness. And over there I used a French politician who, it's with the translation, and I pointed out the minutes and seconds when what's interesting. This gentleman, the French politician, he uses articles with all kind of crazy titles, articles from newspapers, let's say Times, The Sun magazine, this, New York Times, with all kind of naughty illnesses that Putin has, Parkinson, degeneration, mental health here, all kind of things. And it's about, I don't know, about 50 or 17 articles in the past, I don't know, 15 years that he just found and posted. It's very revealing to see how these things, and they talk about misinformation, they talk about disinformation, they talk about truth. What happened with those guys who said that? And there are some medics over there in those articles. It's not like they are just crazy, I don't know, individuals who hate, or they are paid to say that. Are paid to say that, that's for sure. But nevertheless, it's professionals. Just watch that. And not because I wanted to watch my video, but I think I did a very good job. And that guy did a better job than I did, obviously, because he did all his research, and I just pinpoint at certain things over there. And you can watch his video. His video was uploaded. He's a link to his video. Thank you very much for being with me again today. He's well. He's not seriously ill. And assassinations, yes, they try probably, but who's gonna come next? That's always the question. Who's next? Who's gonna replace him? A better one? In what way? your man. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.